So we're here talking.
And do you want me to talk like into the camera or look at your face?
You can just look right at my face because
Okay.
you are looking into the camera.
Okay.
So why don't you just tell us who you are?
My name is Bridget Watson Payne, and I'm a writer and author and art book editor and artist. And
Your latest book is?
my latest book is How Art Can Make You Happy, and yeah, I'm excited to be doing a class based on it.
It is exciting. So tell us, like, you're in front of a green screen right now.
I have never done anything like this before in my life. This is amazing.
So we're thinking maybe of building like a, science fiction movie behind you or some kind of gladiator epic. No, right? No.
I have put myself entirely in your hands. Whatever ends up happening back here is just magic.
Okay, so maybe it's going to be a little bit more art related than gladiator related. Sorry, Gladiators fans. So what are you going to be teaching us in this class?
Well, I really firmly believe that art and art appreciation is something that is for everyone. And it turns out in talking to people, I discovered that a lot of people have a lot of guilt and anxiety when the subject of art comes up. Art, it's a big word. They feel daunted. They worry that they're not looking at enough art or they're not doing it right, or they feel intimidated, and yuck. The more I realized that people felt that way, the more I was just determined. No, it should be a source of joy and happiness in your life, and how can we get the word out about this? So that's why I wrote the book, and now having the chance to do it as video class is so cool.
That is really awesome. So you're going to give us some tips, right?
Yes.
How to do
yes.
this?
So why it's important and wonderful to look at art, and how to go look at art in museums, how to look at art at galleries, how to find art out in the wide world, how to look at art even in the comfort of your own home, wearing your pajamas and drinking tea, and then some other tips and tricks about talking to people about art, which is another thing people tend to find really intimidating, how to remember the names of the artists that you like, a lot of really good stuff.
So this isn't just for people who draw. This is kind of for everybody.
It really is for everyone. I think it's probably especially resonant for people who make their own art, who draw and paint and do anything creative, because surprisingly, at least I was surprised when I realized it, even the most creative people who definitely make time to make their own work still sometimes have these hang-ups and difficulties when it comes to art appreciation and making the time to go look at other people's artwork.
That's so true. So this is kind of exciting.
It is. I really want you were telling me earlier that you read the book and it made you want to go out to the Whitney and look, and it just made me so happy. That's exactly what both the book and the class ought to do, is, just really inspire people to cut through all the nonsense and just go and have a personal interaction, with artwork that moves them.
Even if it's in our own home.
Yeah, even just getting those dusty art books off the shelf and looking at them, going online.
Oh my goodness, it's the director. Come, director.
Hi, sir.
Bridget is the editor of Art Before Breakfast, among other great books. So she knows a lot about art, and I'm really excited that she's joining us for this class because, I think we're all afraid of art. I mean, I feel like I am. I feel like there's something about walking to a museum, like immediately you feel 30 years older. Right? Your back starts to hurt, your feet start to hurt, and you start to get intimidated. So to me,
I feel like you either feel 30 years younger or you feel 30 years younger. Older or younger.
Yeah,
like
true.
you're a kid and you know nothing and you feel clueless, or you're like, oh God, can I make it through? And
it's also other
way,
people. Like, to me, like other people, like that's one of the things I also like about your classes is that you talk about what it's like to be in a museum with other people and how to respond to them,
right,
their likes and dislikes, all that kind of stuff.
Right, because you're gonna overhear like some weird conversations, especially if you go to a crowded show. If there are a lot of people around you, you're gonna hear opinions that are super smart, and then you're like, ooh, I want to listen to that. I want to eavesdrop on that guy because he knows what he's talking about. And other people are gonna drive you crazy. You're like, but all of it is part of the experience.
I know, and I also think it's like we all have these smart friends who, I don't know if they read a lot or if they're art history majors or they're just intellectuals, whatever it is, but then you think, I don't even know how to talk about art. I don't even know.
Right.
I can't remember. I don't know what's going on in the gallery scene. I just should avoid it.
Right.
So
right.
You deal with that as well.
Yeah. That not letting everyone feels that intimidation. Almost everybody knows somebody who makes them feel dumb about art, and that doesn't mean you are done about art. Like, sort of just like letting all of that go and, you know, getting out there and enjoying it.
And I think for all of us who are making art, you know, getting over this idea that art is scary, being an artist is a label we're not comfortable with, all those
Right.
kinds of things. That's just a crucial part, I think, of what Sketchbook School is hoping to do by making art available to all of us, whether we make it or enjoy it. So it's really good. I can't wait for this class to come out. It's gonna be
Yay!
really
Thank you
nice.
so much for getting
And
to do it.
I'm going to step out of your interview.
Sounds good. All right. Tell us the name of the course again.
Tell
Tell us the name of the course again.
It's called How Art Can Make You Happy.
Yay!